A quick look at my favourite anime and you can tell that I'm a big fan of war dramas. Some of the best written things I've ever experienced were war dramas. Legends of the Galactic Heroes, Hyouge, Terra, Seven Samurai, Paths of Glory, Apocalypse Now, Full Metal Jacket. I consider these to be some of the best in their mediums, and they all have something in common. They're all war dramas. Whether it focuses on big scale war like Legend of the Galactic Heroes, a small scale war like Seven Samurai, or a focus on something out with the war like Full Metal Jacket. They all use war and everything that comes with war to create epic stories. Arslan Senki is a currently airing war drama. Unlike many of the other anime war dramas I mentioned, it doesn't take place in space or in Japan's Edo period. A good war drama is one that can maintain its momentum and stay consistent over a long period of time. Seven Samurai is a 3-hour-long movie, and Legend of the Galactic Heroes is a 110 episode OVA series. They're so good because of how invested the viewer is as they get deeper and deeper into the story. Arslan Senki obviously hasn't been airing long enough to match these, and I'm not saying by any means that this is on their level, but it is showing an extra level of great writing and interesting development than other airing shows, and it's all down to it being a war drama. So what is it about war dramas that open themselves up to more opportunities? It's actually very simple. Let's look first at a high school romance anime to see why they don't work as well. Let's take a random plot point or event from a high school romance series. Think about how the event matters. Say a character finally gets with another character. The implications of that event will be a high school romance. And what are the implications of anything that happens in high school? Pretty much nothing. Everything in high school lasts for a few months and then it's forgotten, including the romances. This means that pretty much everything that happens in a high school romance has no emotional investment for the viewer. Do we really care that much about a cheesy romance that will have no real effect or impact? Now let's look at a plot point or event from Legend of the Galactic Heroes. Say one of the commanders has to make a decision to attack or not to attack a city. Now the implications of this could mean the loss of a battle, which would heavily affect the story we're invested in. It will affect everybody on both sides of the battle, and all the civilians inside the city. This brings up a massive moral question, and has a knock-on effect on a lot of things. We as viewers now care a lot about this decision. There's so much riding on this decision, and it creates an opportunity for the writers to get the viewers emotionally invested. We care a lot more about the fallout of this decision than if two characters from a random high school hook up for a few months. But don't misunderstand, this doesn't mean that all scenarios are definite. There are many cases where a romance scene has been more investing, and war scenes have been less investing. It's all down to the specific anime, but war dramas do open up more potential than pretty much any other genre. We can't say for sure yet, but Arslan Senki used this fantastically in its first 2 episodes, where it made multiple decisions that had me really invested in their outcomes, which is very impressive considering the small amount of time they had to get me invested. It has pulled this off once, but to pull this effect off multiple times without the scenes losing their impact is not an easy thing. This show will have to find a way to keep the stakes high. So investment is the key to why war dramas make good stories. Whether it's the weak finally rebelling against the bandits in Seven Samurai, or the movement of political power in Hyouge, there needs to be consequences and actions for the viewer to feel invested. War dramas have the potential to pull this off, and that's why Arslan Senki could well be one of the best shows we've had in a while, although we'll just have to wait and see. And of course this isn't the only reason war dramas work so well. Humans have been at war since they were able to pick up their weapons. Religion, power, money, humans find a way to fight about anything. So when writing a story about war, multiple themes can be addressed very easily. In Arslan's case we have a big focus on politics, religion and slavery. These are all very deep and interesting topics, so if Arslan can pull this off too, it could be even better. But this element in particular takes a lot of time to pull off. So I'll continue to follow this show and give my further thoughts when the time comes. In the meantime, you guys can check out some other videos on the screen now. Remember to click the like button and subscribe. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.